Hey, what's up, guys? So, I don't make too many videos, so when I do, it's not like the most mysterious man in the world. But when I do make a video, it's for a good cause. I don't have any preset or anything like that. I'm just gonna go on a little rant. But I guess I'm gonna title this something like why you're never gonna be successful, or why most people are never gonna be successful or attain what they want to attain. And I guess I could start off with the fact that we are all too damn comfortable. that's the simplest form of it all, is that we're too comfortable. And I can go in many directions with this comfort thing, but it's all derives from a sense of addiction, because we're just familiar with the same old feeling every day. And I call this is something I call loop theory. And we all know how the universe works. Or not that we all know, but we can assume how the universe works. And there's a lot of assumptions out there that the universe is a constant loop. And I personally feel like most people on a daily basis are in a loop. So they're in a negative loop, positive loop, whatever the loop may be. They're waking up every morning doing the same old thing they were doing the day before. So nothing's changing there. They're doing that over and over and over again. And there's successful people out there that are in a, I guess you can call it a good loop, where they're doing things to improve themselves, and their source of comfort comes from building and growing and having a positive outcome in their life. And then there's the individuals out there that decide to live in a comfortable state, your average person, and they're in their own loop. And then you have your drug addicts that they need their fix. And it's you can't even disassociate a drug addict from a rich person, because they're in their own loop. So that's my take on that. That's my theory, is that we're on a constant motion. even to go as deep as an individual's relationship with others, and how that could be a loop. How it's negative. They're used to rejection, abandonment, and toxicity in their life. So that's all they're used to. That's all they know how to manifest. That's all that's presented itself in their life. So they move according to how little lost in my words here, but they move in the same motion that they've been moving at since they were kids, because that's all they know. So we want to get out of this. If let's say you're in the bad one and on the bad side, and you want change, well, step number one, I would say, is become aware of the loop that you're in. Become consciously aware, so that you can start to break free. And we all know, for an addict of any substance, of any emotion, of any placement in life, it's hard to break free of certain things. You look at like a famous NBA player. We see the memes and TikToks all the time about Shaq, how he was a desperate spender. I mean, the guy made he spent like $1 million in a night just buying stuff. He didn't know how to be rich. It was a shock to him, because the loop didn't catch up to him. See if you're catching on with that. So he was so used to being broke that even when he was rich, he went right back to being broke. So step number one is becoming self-aware of where you stand, and it's going to take a lot of pride swallowing to do that. So you need to disassociate yourself from your ego and reflect on what you are, and then furthermore what you want to become. So once we do that, we become conscious of the loop that we're in, and we decide whether or not we want to make a change. Because some people are comfortable and they do want to continue to live the life that they're living. But you need to understand that down to a subconscious core. So you need to tap really deep into your subconscious to be able to make that change. And there's ways to do that, like your affirmations, reminding yourself that you're not where you want to be, and remaining hopeful that one day you will attain what you want to attain. It sounds easy, but it's not. Well, it sounds easy, but it's not that it's not easy, but it's going to take a lot of repetition. And then one thing leads to another. So that's a step by step. So first thing is becoming self-conscious, aware of what's going on. And then you move on to step two, which is you start initiating that change. And you start forming the new habit. You toss yourself into another loop. Now we're not looping anymore. We're stepping aside from it. We're looking back. Rather, we're spiraling. So now we want to spiral upward, because we can spiral downward too. We don't want to do that. So once we go to step two, we gather our tools, we utilize them, we get them to do what we want them to do. Now we have a positive outcome. So now that we're in that positive outcome, the next thing would be step three, would be remaining in that positive outcome, staying in an uptrend. So you're gonna have to be really, really hard on yourself. Any little thing that you see yourself slipping on, whether it's something emotional, let's say you like to stay angry sometimes. You don't know why, like this one thing's pissing you off. Somebody cuts you off in traffic or whatever. Your girlfriend, your boyfriend said something and it's really getting to you, your mom, your dad, like things are affecting you on an emotional level. Let's use that as an example. And you catch yourself, and how would you normally react? Shit, normally I would, not me personally, but let's say a person says, normally I would go out and key their car, puncture their tires. I will slap them across the face. Alright, well, it's gonna take a lot of guts, a lot of time before you can just take the hit. Someone's affecting you emotionally. You feel that energy coming to you, and then you let it hit. Oh man, I want to do this. I really want to bash their head in right now. Then you take the chance to reflect and say, all right, no, I'm not going to react that certain way this time. This time's going to be different. I'm going to attain a positive outcome. So you're taking that energy that's coming your way and you're redirecting it into something else. And that just comes with maturity. Because you do that and you realize how much better you feel about yourself that you were able to do that. You're able to re-guide something that was actually intended to attack you or hurt you. Because we got to understand, like, there's forces out there that are working against us. And that's just from the emotional standpoint. When it comes to wealth and work, well, you want money, we got to find ways to make money. We got to find less ways to spend it. Once we're there, we're building that loop upward. so that we're not broke anymore. So the reason I say most people won't get it is because I feel like most people are very addicted to their current situations. They're very comfortable. It's really hard to make the change because familiarity is a nice thing. There's no risk involved. There's no repercussions. So we should all work to improve and grow and get ourselves out of that loop. Because if we stay in it, then cool, you know. We knew this all our lives. We were cool with that. And there's nothing against staying in that loop. Like if you genuinely like it, cool. But if you want to be successful, don't come to anybody whining about why you didn't get this or why you didn't get that. Because there is a solid reason. And we need to push through. And it's a never-ending battle. Every day you will be faced with challenges. We were brought up from a very young age, with presets on how we need to react, how we need to behave, what we need to say next to things. But you need to be consciously aware of what you're saying, what you're doing, of your actions that are getting you in those certain situations, whether it be a positive or a negative one. If it's a positive one, then awesome, build on that. How do you achieve a more positive result? If it's a negative, then I don't even need to go into that because we know what we need to do. So that's my thought on that. And yeah, I might post more videos. We'll see. I'm sick right now with COVID. So I was coughing. Hopefully you had the mic muted or the volume low. And yeah, other than that, peace.